for the E-Pro Sports Series League for DB to Best's League over here on F1. We're going to be doing some practice races here. We're going to be spectating from the spectator's view so we can practice with the new F122. Feel free to jump in and watch, or if you got the game, hit us up. There's always room in the league for talent and fast drivers. I have found that this new F122 game is pretty awesome. If you haven't had the opportunity to watch anyone race, here you go. Here's your chance. Let's check out the spectator menu here. So we've got Favre. We can pick which details we want. We want his best lap. The telemetry is going to be enabled. His lap data is enabled. And we want the full-size map. The full-size map will get it to where we can see everybody on the map. Now, right here, what they're doing is just one-shot qualifying. I believe they're just going to get one lap in for qualifying and see who's got the faster lap. All right. So we can pick our view. And right here we go through which person. This is Mike RPM here. This one's going to be Crash. And this is DB to Best. He's right there. He's in Sector 2. I think they all should about be in Sector 2. They're all on their own screen. So not everybody's on the track together. They're all on the track separately, but by themselves at the same time. Just to get that one-shot qualifying done. I believe they're here at Miami, which is an awesome track. Right here, this is one of the hardest spots for me on the track is going underneath the overpass. DB has a really good Sector 3 going right here. Let's see where we are. Ty. Jinx has got the fastest lap going, so let's see if we can make it over here to Jinx. Jinx finishing his lap with a 128.567. DB's going to be second with a 129.480. Ty is third with a 130.133. RPM is going to be fourth with a 131.383. Favre is a 131.589, and bringing up the rear of the field is going to be Crash. So qualifying is out of the way. Jinx will be your pole sitter. Starting P1 in this, I believe it's going to be a 25%er here. And those Red Bull cars coming in second and third in qualifying. That McLaren in fourth. And Favre and Crash bringing up the rear of the field in those Ferraris. Anyone who knows me when it comes to these F1 games, they know that I just got excited when I went into the screen and saw that this 25%er is going to be ran in the rain. That is fantastic. I love the rain. I can tell you these drivers do not love the rain. In this first lap here, this is just like a roll-in start. Warm up your tires. Can't pass anyone on this first opening segment here. This is just for them to warm up their tires, make sure things are good, and then they'll regrid and they will start the race. If you do pass someone on these opening laps, you do have to give that spot back. There's RPM in that McLaren. Right behind him is Favre. Y'all might know him over from the NASCAR side of things. He's trying out these F1s, see how great of a driver he really is, switching over to a different series, different league. It's always great to see talent switch around from game to game. And open wheel, and I feel this guy right here, you could put him in a damn shopping cart and he would win a race. Bringing up the end of that field is going to be Crash. Speaking of Crash, looks like DB has crashed on this opening pace lap. So he's got to get up here and get his spot back in front of these two. Jinx coming around here. He's going to have to stop right over here by the start-finish line. The game kind of tells you where to go right here after you warm up your tires. See him zigzagging, getting those tires all heated up a little bit. They're going to get boxed back in their spot. Alright, and they're off with this 25% race. They are slipping and sliding in this rain. Mike RPM all over Jinx. Alright, Sector 1, we have a caution in, so you cannot pass anyone in Sector 1 when the caution is out in that sector. But the green is out in Sector 2, so you can go back to passing now in Sector 2. RPM is keeping right up with Jinx. Mike is keeping Jinx honest right now. These guys going through right here. The S is going underneath the overpass. Going down the Zoom straightaway. Mike RPM with the fast lap at 148, 256 in the rain. Gets the lead away from Jinx. But Jinx gets it back on the outside. Jinx back in the lead. RPM all over the back of Jinx, trying to get that lead back. DB looks like he's struggling right here. It's a full course caution now. Jinx has a drive-through. DB has a drive-through penalty. RPM still out front. Favre trying to catch up to the leaders here on this full course caution. As the rain continues to fall here in Miami. Here in the newest track on the game. This is the new one for F122. They raced here earlier this year. It was a fantastic race here in America, over here in the Miami. Oh, and Favre with some wing damage coming around in the under caution. He's spinning tires, trying to get going. Favre is going to have some wing damage, going to need to go into the pits here on lap 2 of 14. He has demolished one of those wings on the front of that car, which is really going to be hard for steering. Mike RPM has got a demanding lead now over Jinx. And DB going to go ahead and do that drive-through penalty. Going to go ahead and get some damage fixed on his Red Bull car. I thought he was in the pits. Crash left the session. Oop, oh, looks like I left the session. I hit the wrong button. So I'm doing these practice things. Make sure I can get the right sessions going. Let's see.
Oh, yeah. Oh, right, yeah.
Hey, what happened? I got disconnected.
We weren't supposed to have rain on.
Oh, okay. I got you.
I'm going to put the link in the chat if you guys want to watch it, but...
Yeah, it's on the FR page.
This is on the FR page?
I believe so.
Oh, yeah, it is FR. I thought that was under my page for some reason.
No, I haven't linked yours to my PlayStation yet.
Alright, weather's good, settings are good. Let's try this again. Yellow's good, chat's so good, Dino shut. Fog off. Well, I mean, we already saw one problem and we didn't even race 3 laps, so that's not a good sign. We had 2 actually, because Mike got kicked and the Delta was fucked up.
Well, it was weird. Mike was ghosted on the spectator view.
He was an AI. He got kicked out.
Oh. So whenever you get kicked, whenever you become a AI, you get ghosted. All right.
Correct. Well, unlike most AI cars, of course, like our AI, we're close to our AI.
I was like, Mike is all over Jinx. I've never seen Jinx get pressure like that before.
Yeah, right, yeah, that was not good. Might be a little bit closer to the dry here.
That's we're gonna give this another shot. They're gonna do it in the dry. We're going to go back for one-shot qualifying. Again, riding along with DB DeBest here as they get that one-shot qualifying. And they're all on the track at the same time, but on different screens, and they can't get in each other's way. Right along with Fast Favre. DB DeBest looks like he's still running that fastest lap at the moment. As you can see on the right-hand screen, or on the left-hand screen, as they pass each other on time, it will adjust them for who's running the faster lap in each sector. And right now it looks as though DB is having the fastest lap here at Miami, going here under the underpass, going down the Zoom straightaway. It's one of the longest straightaways, is the longest straightaway in this track, right here in Miami. Going through Sector 3, a lap of a 128.828 is going to get the pole. Oh, second. Ooh, somebody ended up getting him right there at the line. Jinx got him at the line. 828 with an 872 for DB in that Red Bull car. A 130.095 for Ty. A 134.95 for Mike RPM. Fast Favre got a 131.413, and Crash did not qualify. So now we're going to run this again. We're going to do this time without rain. It does not rain very much down here in Florida. LOL. Ha ha ha. It rains every day in Florida. But for this experiment, we are not going to be in the rain. Hope everybody out there is having a great 4th of July day. A lot of us off work today, just having fun, doing the most American thing you can think of, and that is racing F1 at Miami. So we're going to do a 25%er here, which is about 14 laps. At the newest track on the game. Again, this is brand new to F1 22. It was not on the previous game, so let's see what happens. This first lap is the lap they use to warm up their tires, get their cars ready, get everything nice and ready for a long 25% race here. You cannot pass on this lap here. If you do pass, you have to get that spot back. This is just for you to warm up your tires. They're not racing each other here on this first lap. You'll see them weaving back and forth a lot, trying to get those tires nice and warm, get those cars ready for some high-speed turns, high-speed racing here coming up. As soon as they get back to the start-finish line, they'll box into their spots, and then we'll go from our regular starting positions and our regular way to start here. They are running with low, I want to say they're only maybe running with maybe some traction control, possibly some braking assists, but very few assists right now. They've turned most of them off. Some of them are running with no assists, I believe. I'm not quite sure how that works with being online like this, if everyone has to run with the same assists or not, but I know they're trying to go minimal assists because, I mean, this is, league racing. League racing, you shouldn't really run with assists on. But, some of these games are very difficult when you're first starting, and these being the new cars and the new game, I know best way to go is to start with nothing. So I know a couple of them were doing that, and they're doing fantastic, man. I've been watching a couple of these races, and very excited to see what this 22 season has to bring with the Pro Series League. Last year's champion DB starting here in second. And you've got Jinx on the pole, Ty starting third, Mike RPM fourth, Fast Favre in fifth, and Crash will be bringing up the rear of the field in sixth. And the green flag is out. Our start is off. Let's see how these guys do. Oop, RPM gets loose going into turn one. So we've lost him right here at the start. It's not really giving me intervals correctly. That's a little interesting. So let's come over here and see to the leader. So DB and Crash are not registering for some reason. Now DB is registered as the leader, but when he's not the leader, it's not registering his time, which is interesting. Going underneath the overpass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there all together. RPM did wreck there on the first corner, so he's going to be a little bit farther behind. He's hoping for a full course caution so that he can catch up. Coming around to complete lap 1, looks like DB's in the lead. Jinx is in second, and they're pulling away a little bit from Ty, who's pulling away from Crash, who has pulled away from Favre. And DB's going to have that fast lap of the 1:35.405 on that first lap. These intervals are off. I'm not sure what's wrong with the game there. We're going to have to see about that. I'm going to have to check with DB on this to see why this possibly would be. This might just be a glitch in the game with the gap back to the leader. We do see here Jinx is on medium tires. Mike RPM is on medium tires. You can see the leader, DB, Ty, Favre, and Crash are on the softs. And so they're under a full course caution at the moment. This was what Mike RPM was wanting to see. See if he could catch back up to the field. I'm going to tune in. It looks like Favre is out of the race. I'm going to tune into their chat just to see what's going on.
Yes and no. That was a tight spot. I should have just let off and let you have it. I barely nicked your right rear, and I went around, and it wasn't going fast at all, and it took my entire nose off.
So there's that. We see Favre got his entire nose taken off by just a little accidental wood.
No worries. So that was really fun. It was. We had a good race there.
So with this full course caution here, everyone is able to catch back up that is left in the race. It looks like Favre might be out of the race with significant damage. Nope, he's leaving pits now. There's Mike in the pits. Yeah, Favre is out of the race. DB's still your leader. Following the crash car, or the pace car. This gives RPM the ability to catch back up with the field. Try to before they go back green. He's got a lot of ground to make up before they get to that start-finish line. I'm not sure that he's going to have the opportunity to catch back up with the field here. But he sure is giving it his full effort here. They're on that long straightaway where they can go green anytime they want. As soon as the pace car disappears, he can hit the gas. Mike is not going to make it, so he tried. So as soon as this car hits pit road, they are allowed to go green at any moment. All right, someone can go down pit road. We got DB down pit road. We've got DB and Ty going down pit road at the moment. Those quick 2-second pit stops are just amazing. All right, so they do get one extra. That's things I'm learning. They do get that one lap with the pace car. So this time it'll peel off the field. They'll be able to go green after that. Looks like, let's see what DB has a penalty. What could DB possibly have a penalty for? I can check that right here where it says penalties. Has a 5-second penalty, so that's going to be, I believe, blending. Went over the, touched the line, maybe leaving pit road. Let's check in with our in-race reporter here. Is that 5-second penalty because you touched the line leaving pit road or something?
No, I sped going in.
Okay. Same with Mike?
Little old bunch of people. I have half the world, and all they got is a little island out the side. Yeah, same with Mike.
Okay.
I pressed start on my AI, and I came back and I had a 5-second penalty. It said speeding, but yeah. Damn, crash. Shit, Dakota, no slow push. Hopefully not. God damn it.
So there's a ton of glitching with the spectator view. A ton.
Is it?
Oh yeah. Like, I mean, I've been stuck on FAR for like a minute now.
Yeah.
It won't let me switch between cameras or nothing.
There's a couple of things that are fucked right now. The first time I got a Delta, it was like way in the negative, and then this time it was way in the positive.
Like, it's not even letting me back. I'm gonna have to back out completely. Close the app.
There's an invite in the party if you should be
Yeah, I saw it. I got you.